Hi, I'm Willemijn Laan of House of Ladypreneurs. In this episode, we will talk about how to stay positive when you are a ladypreneur, when you have your own business and your own products and your own services out into the world. Because fear of failure, of underachievement, of not being good enough, of humiliation, it is always around the corner when you are out there with your business. And it can just feel super vulnerable, especially for ladypreneurs. We tend to really be afraid of what other people think of us, and usually in a negative way. We are always afraid, or a lot of the time afraid, that people will think negative thoughts of us, and that can easily drop our confidence. So in this episode, I want to talk about at least 3 ways of how you can keep your positivity up and keep going forward, and not let anybody or anything hold you back of where you want to go to. Um, yeah, what my experience is of feeling negative, it's very diverse. Actually, it is. I can still feel anxiety, or feel like whatever I'm doing, it's not good enough. I do know that I've been in business for over 10 years, that it becomes less scary, and I recognize the patterns of feeling of the negative emotions coming in, and I do know how to deal with them better now than 10 years ago. So I hope I can help you with these 3 steps or tips, or however you want to call them, to keep your positivity up and keep going. I know that it can feel very scary sometimes. Maybe you have a bad month financially. Maybe you have some people that are in your community or your surroundings that are not very happy of you being in business, or maybe they are afraid themselves that you might fail. It can be that you're tired, or you're even overwhelmed of all the work you have to do, and you don't know where to start anymore, or why you even started this business in the first place. So to help you with that, I want to talk about how to keep your positivity up, and how to get back on track on the positive path, and to get to where you want to go. Because the first thing I would like to ask you to do is actually to change your morning habit. This is something I've learned from Brendon Burchard, which is an American inspirational leader. I don't know exactly how he calls himself, not this, but and I like this habit thing, where you will start your day actually with 2 or 3 questions. And the first 2 I will give to you, and the third you can think of yourself. You can think of a question you want to add to this little list. And the first question is like, how can I be not how. What can I be excited about today? What can I be excited about today? So you start your day, you are under the shower, or you are brushing your teeth, or making your breakfast, and you will ask yourself a couple of questions. And the first one is, what can I be excited about today? So you prepare your mind already into positive thoughts, to prepare yourself for the fun things that are coming up today, instead of maybe wondering like, how do I even get through the day, or maybe forgetting that there are actually exciting things today. So what can you be excited about today? The second question is, what or who might cause me stress or give me negative emotions, and how can I respond to that in my best self, or in my most positive way? So what or who might cause me stress today, and give me negative emotions, And how can I respond in my best and most positive way? This one is really, really interesting. I love this one actually, because it does really help me to prepare myself for negativity, and therefore be more positive. And if you know that things are happening, or maybe you are meeting a client or a colleague or someone else, or there will be something today that might cause you stress, and you already thought about how you can handle that, that's already like 3/4 of the work. Instead of letting it surprise you and not knowing how to deal with it, this one is really, really powerful to keep your positivity up and to not let you be beaten down by something negative or something that that is stressful to you. So coming prepared is like one of the best things you can do for yourself and to help yourself deal with all the difficult stuff actually. And then you can ask yourself maybe some other questions, like that can give you more positive emotions for the rest of the day. Maybe you can think of like how you can surprise someone. Maybe you can ask yourself who you can give a compliment today, or maybe even more people than just one. Something like that. Like, what can you do? Something more positive. What can you do in this day to be more positive and to feel the positivity in yourself? If you feel positive, the day will be more positive. If you start the day in more negative emotions already in the morning, chances are the day will be actually more negative than it's supposed to be, or that it could be. So you a lot of the positive emotions and also the negative emotions, it is all within you, and you have the possibilities and tools to change that, to really start the day with a positive feeling and to keep having that positive feeling during the day and keeping it up for the rest of the day. So that is habit change, actually, number one. I say step or tip or whatever. That was number one. Number two is actually something that comes across in my coaching sessions a lot. And that is that people, or the ladypreneurs I talk to, often forget why they started this whole business to begin with. Because they're, when you're, running your business and things are happening and you're, you have a lot on your plate. Maybe people around you are not that positive. Maybe your husband is, not really understanding why you have to work so hard or why you are risking your money. Then it can be very challenging sometimes to keep your positivity up and know why you are doing what you're doing. So it is very, very interesting to keep reminding yourself of why you started your business in the first place. What was it? Why did you start it? How did you want to feel? Did you want more freedom? Did you want to feel more creative? Did you want to be whatever, more feminine, or I don't know, did you want to feel more stronger or independent or whatever? Why was it that you started your business? Did you want to help people? Did you want to serve people and give them a good feeling? What was it? And can you bring back that feeling and that thought and that vision you had when you just started your business? If you know what that feeling is and why you started it and what your vision was for the rest, for the long term, or at least for the next couple of months, and you can bring that back into yourself and really focus on that and not let anyone else or all the other things that are, coming towards you that have nothing to do with that passion and that feeling and that positive energy and that fire within you, um, uh, then what was I saying? I forgot where I started. Anyway, so if you focus on that fire, chances are that you feel a lot more positive because you know why you're doing it. And your why is so important. If you don't know why you're doing things, chances are huge that you're losing sight, that you're losing your energy, and you're losing your drive to keep going, even though it's hard. Running a business is hard. I mean, I still experience anxiety and fear of failure, or just feeling like, oh my goodness, I just don't know how to do all of this. But I do know, and I have my habits to quickly turn that around and not stay in that moment for too long. And also after years of being in business, you've seen everything a couple of times, or maybe once at least, so you get used to the ups and downs a little bit. But you can help yourself staying more positive and keep your energy high and keep your fire going. Okay, so that's for having your clear vision, having clear in your mind, in your heart, in your feeling why you are in business and what is, that little fire, that passion, why you started it in the first place. So if you want to keep reminding yourself, maybe you have to, you can write it down and hang it up somewhere on your bathroom mirror, or put it in your phone, so you have this reminder every morning of what your reason is, why you started your business. Then the third little tip, and it's also a little bit of a habit change. It is all actually habits. Now we're talking about it because of course, if there's like really a tragedy in your life, or you are in a wrong mental state, then it can be very difficult to change your energy from negative to positive. And sometimes there's just outside factors that you cannot help. But usually, if you are in a normal mental state and there's no life-threatening things going on in your life, then you have the ability and the power for yourself to change your energy and your fire and your positive to negative, or your negative to positive. So the last one that I want to talk about is actually to end your day. So we talked about how to start your day, and a little bit like what to do in between your days, or like in the middle of the day, or you could do that for doesn't matter when you do that. And then there's something to end your day with. And this one is a nice one. I think a lot of children get this taught in school as well. And so it's interesting that we as adults often don't know this one for ourselves, or not use it for ourselves. It is actually asking yourself every evening what went well, what you have achieved, what were the most positive things that happened today. And if you are a business owner, you can of course just limit it to things that happens in your business, but you can also apply it to your daily life. If you had your day off, and you can just keep reminding yourself of the 3 most positive things that happened that day. This is a very powerful thing. It trains your brain on your achievements, on your positive side of your day. And if you tend to be focusing on the negative a lot, or if you are very sensitive for what other people think of you, or what other people say to you, then this might be a very good exercise or habit actually to do every day, every evening, to ask yourself, what went well today? What were the most positive things that happened to me today? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode and really can implement these three habits, actually not four, three habits, and let me know in the comments below what you thought about it, and if you have felt any difference in your daily life already after maybe trying it once or twice. So enjoy your day. Hope to see you next time.